Reality Economics Ontario. Systematically, as we approach April 3rd, I'm going to go province by province, stating the economic devastation that we face post April 3rd. Beginning with Ontario, that was struck first and hard yesterday by Donald J. Trump and the GOP. What is in store for Ontario, as it really is, what all Canadians have to understand in this new hate relationship with the USA, the path we've chosen, our crown is chosen for us. So folks, this happened to Venezuela. The hit Ontario took yesterday by Donald J. Trump can only be found with one other country. Its name is Venezuela. Identical in numbers, in quantity, and in revenue. A $51 billion hit overnight for Ontario. Devastating. More than 560,000 full-time, high-paying jobs, propelling Ontario with probably within as little as a week to 30 days. That's how many Ontarians are going to find themselves going from full-time, high-wage employment to unemployment. A massive hit on Ontario, propelling them currently from 7.3% unemployment rate to well over 15%. Sustained and forever. Sustained and forever. More all primary sector derived employment. Massive. Massive. Cars export production from 1.2 million cars a year Ontario made, reduced by 93%, over 1.1 million cars no longer able to be produced, reducing plants production by 93%, meaning there's only enough available for 7%, which is the Canadian market. Those massive plants, that is unsustainable, massive hits, full-on closure, goodbye, finished. Anyone in Ontario, I've toured a lot of these plants. They're epic in scale. People out west can't imagine. And in that capacity, that much loss, they're unsustainable, finished. They can't even operate to supply a Canadian-only market, which is 7%. So they're gone. They're done. This is identical to Venezuela 2014, and subsequently I put the 2019, where all the rest in OPEC fell off. So all of this, that all of your crown politicians, beginning with Doug Ford, but of course Pierre Poilievre, doing everything the same as the Venezuelan dictators. This goes for Mark Carney too. I'm not pro-liberal, pro-conservative, because they're both lying their faces off to every Canadian. The destruction for Ontario is swift, it's explosive, it's hammer-blowing. Anyone can AI this. You Google a 93% reduction in Canada's auto sector, which is epically wipeout of all of those facilities. Parts, all of it, does not matter. They can't sustain. They can't operate because they're designed to supply a U.S. market, a massive market, 9 times, in fact, 9.3 times the size of our domestic market. Think about that. The reduction is huge. It closes them all down, and quickly post April 3rd, probably within literally a week. Massive unemployment. Within 30 days, 560,000 full-time, high-paid Ontarians will be unemployed. Within 30 days. It's sweeping. It's what happened to Venezuela. UAI, that's a total of 7.9%. Absolute forevermore unemployment from the primary sector onto the current unemployment rate, propelling Ontario past 15% unemployment, sustained unemployment, meaning there's no easy replacement here. And if you do that, you find what I already know because I've done this work a long time ago. Ontario's finished. Ontario's service sector industry, largely financed by that $51 billion derived primary sector GDP that literally is going to disappear overnight, which means massive deficits, massive debt, unsustainable, meaning Doug Ford, federal government, have to decide how much money they're going to print, just like Venezuela, to pretend to hold on, to continue lying to all Canadians. This is only Ontario. A death blow that AI will tell you, as I'm telling you now, that your media and all of your public sector economists refuse to share, as though the media is told, don't tell, don't say, you like your paycheck, don't you tell them. But I don't operate on that kind of paycheck. I'm telling you. And you will see in epic fashion post April 3rd. By the end of April, it will be sweeping, it will be felt. There will be literally, I hate to say it, blood in the streets. Go look at what the crime rates are going to be. You think old Detroit is something? You just wait to see what Ontario is. Much, much more severe, much, much more devastating, the likes of which Canadians have never seen. As we get into the rest of it, in that I'm going to go through more and more provinces, my next is going to be Quebec. And everyone who doesn't believe this, again, you will see this absolutely in swift and certain fashion post April 3rd, where there isn't going to be any way to deny it. You're going to see it everywhere and all around you. And you want to see people impacted, large swaths of Ontario and soon to be Quebec, you will see. And I will make all of these deadly accurate predictions day after day, and you will watch it happen literally within weeks ahead. God bless everybody. Do your due diligence. People ask me, what can we do now, Dave? You can start by sharing this video, sharing the truth of the offer, Canada the 51st state, because I promise you, in the hate relationship, there is no universal health care, and absolutely what hit your pensions take while your crown continues to lie, all of our pensions, all of them take over the course of the next 2 years, is not going to be reciprocated back to us in a 51st state on the hate side of the equation. Many Canadians are going to lose everything. This is truthful, credible, real, and verifiable. This is what happens when you follow autocratic, dictatorial regimes forward. And if we follow this in the next 2 years, we're all done as Canadians. The proverbial people of the Titanic in second and third class who lose everything. Well, only a select few, the first class, get away in the lifeboats while everybody else dies, goes down with the ship. That's the design of Canada. That's what all your politicians are selling you, from the far reaches of the left, far reaches of the right. I also have to make an apology, and I want to thank Jonathan Bahai. He nailed this. I made a misstep on Maxime Bernier as defense minister. No, he was foreign affairs minister. It's much, much worse. He's much, much more corrupt. The British system had those two combined into one ministry. Secretary of State, not what it is in Canada now, but those ministries were merged. And I will be making a full statement on that and just how really corrupt Bernier is and just how god-awful he is and how evil he is registered with the United States. Because people followed up and it was my misspoke of words, and it's easy to do in Canada's system as they double talk and double speak. And I'm going to clear that up in another video later. But this one's an epic truth that you're all going to see in front of you within 2 weeks. Undeniable. It's Venezuela hammer blow to Ontario. Easily found, easily backed up by AI even now, that wasn't even available 3 months ago. Now I know it, I've done all this work, but you will see. And this is even more than what AI can do for you. I just crunch the numbers as it is because I've already done this work many months ago. And for some provinces, I've already done this many years ago. But we're going to go through it province by province as they're impacted. Next will be Quebec at the same equal rate as Ontario, the same devastating rate. And people who are not for it before are quickly, especially the youth, are quickly going to go this route. So share, get it out there. Put your faith in me. Those who followed me for a long time, and even just in the last 3 months faithfully, I've nailed it to a T. I've nailed it to a T. Undeniable at this point. Those who followed, you don't get this lucky. It's not about luck. It's about this. It's about applying yourself and my education, honestly, because I'm not subsidized or sworn to the crown. I don't have to follow the program because I'm not stealing your money and telling you lies. Credible, real, verifiable. Share. Get it out there. God bless. More to come.